Welcome to Inside Insight, your quick hit of tips, tools, and trends for manufacturing, distribution, and Dynamics 365 Business Central, brought to you by Insight Works.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into a challenge that consistently trips up manufacturing operations. It's that never-ending tug-of-war between keeping essential equipment running and, well, hitting those relentless production targets.
Yeah, it's a classic conflict, isn't it? Maintenance needs the machine time. Production also needs that exact same machine time.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this then. Our mission for this deep dive is to explore how you can maybe transform equipment maintenance, move it away from being this disruptive bottleneck.
Where planned downtime suddenly becomes chaos. Yeah.
Right. And move it towards being a predictable, integrated part of your overall production plan. We want to ensure maximum uptime, efficiency, without those costly delays or sudden overtime pushes. We're going to get right into the nuts and bolts here, using the industry's own language, really understand the specific functions and benefits that make this kind of transformation possible. So we're talking about a real pain point many manufacturers feel deeply. This constant battle, maintenance versus production, over the same limited resource time on your critical equipment.
It's like they're fighting over the same parking spot every single day.
Pretty much.
And what's fascinating here, or maybe frustrating depending on your perspective, is that the root of this conflict often boils down to a fundamental blind spot. It's usually within the enterprise resource planning systems, the ERP, the backbone of operations. Our sources really highlight a key issue. Platforms like Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, straight out of the box, they don't natively see maintenance as its own distinct thing.
Separate from just making widgets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't treat it differently from standard production.
Yeah.
So this means you could schedule crucial maintenance on a machine, but the system scheduler, it won't automatically see that machine as unavailable. It won't stop a production order from landing on that exact same piece of equipment at the exact same time.
Right, which leads directly to friction.
Oh, absolutely. Between planners and technicians. It creates this reactive environment where, planned downtime routinely spirals into unplanned chaos right there on the shop floor.
That's the kind of scenario that just bleeds money and causes endless headaches.
It really does. Lots of frustrated phone calls.
That sounds like constant firefighting. So, okay, if Business Central already understands production orders really well, what if we just made maintenance behave in the exact same way? This is where it gets really interesting, I think.
Precisely. That's the core concept.
Yeah.
Create what we're calling maintenance orders, and you structure them just like your standard production orders.
Meaning, what does that include?
It means they include all the familiar operational bits, defined routings.
The step-by-step instructions.
Right. And bills of material or BOMs for any parts you need.
The recipe of components like filters or oil.
Exactly. And of course, scheduled times start and end.
Okay, so you package maintenance work into these familiar production structures, but what's the actual tangible benefit? What does that do inside the system?
Well, the real genius here isn't just like a technical trick. It's a fundamental shift. It gives planners a single unified view of equipment availability. That's huge. When you link a maintenance order to a specific work center, maybe a group of similar machines or a machine center like one specific lathe, Business Central automatically reduces the available capacity for that equipment during that scheduled maintenance window.
So the system finally sees it as busy.
It sees it as busy, and furthermore, if you're using advanced scheduling tools, maybe an add-on like MXAPS.
Manufacturing Execution System and Advanced Planning and Scheduling. Got it.
Right, or even the free graphical scheduler that comes with BC. These tools will inherently respect that designated downtime. They simply won't assign production to equipment that's already booked for service.
Okay, so it prevents the clash automatically.
It does. Imagine a released maintenance order for a lathe oil change. It's got specific start and end times. It's tied directly to that lathe machine center record, to the system. It's indistinguishable from any other production job. That lathe is genuinely unavailable for anything else during that time.
That eliminates the guesswork, eliminates that constant tug-of-war.
Exactly. That previously just crippled efficiency.
Okay, that sounds like a massive step forward, really helps avoid those, morning of conflicts we hear about constantly. But it does sound like you're still relying on someone setting that maintenance order on a calendar somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Are manufacturers still just stuck with rigid calendar-based checks? Or can we get even smarter about the timing?
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
Because, relying purely on static calendars, weekly, monthly, quarterly, It's often not accurate.
Okay.
It's definitely not always efficient.
You end up over-maintaining some things and under-maintaining others.
Precisely. You either waste resources on healthy equipment or, worse, miss critical signs on assets that are actually struggling. This is where dynamic scheduling and usage-based triggers really become game changers.
Okay, tell me more about that. Dynamic scheduling first.
So, tools like that MXAPS we mentioned, they extend Business Central's capabilities quite a bit. They can look at the production schedule, evaluate available windows, and automatically slot maintenance into low-impact times.
Like between jobs?
Exactly. Between jobs, during periods where the machine isn't heavily loaded anyway, or maybe strategically just ahead of a planned longer shutdown. This approach dramatically minimizes disruption to your actual customer orders and your overall throughput.
Makes sense. Find the quiet spots.
Yeah. I remember one place they saved countless hours of unplanned downtime just by shifting from a rigid quarterly schedule to dynamically slotting it in based on the actual production load. It made a huge difference.
That's fascinating. So it's less about, it's Tuesday, time for maintenance, and much more about, ooh, okay, the line's slowing, or it's been running X number of hours, now it's time. How does that real usage triggering actually work inside Business Central?
This is a really key element. It removes a lot of the guesswork, like you said. Business Central can actually be configured to trigger the creation of that maintenance order based on specific metrics, things directly relevant to the asset's actual performance.
Such as?
Well, it could be runtime measured in minutes or hours, or maybe the number of units produced on that machine, the output count, or even, say, distance covered for something mobile, like a forklift tracking mileage or hours of operation.
Okay.
Our material actually shows a neat example of a forklift item card tracking multiple interval types, like engine hours and mileage, all in one place within BC.
And the crucial part, how does that data get updated? Manually?
No, that's the beauty of it. These usage counters, they update automatically. It happens during standard production posting within Business Central. When you report output or time against a production order, the linked assets counter gets updated too.
So no extra steps for the operators or technicians?
Exactly. No need for manual data entry, no separate tracking tools or spreadsheets. Technicians don't need to log usage separately. Maintenance scheduling effectively becomes a seamless function of actual production activity.
Which removes the guesswork and ensures maintenance happens exactly when it's genuinely needed.
Right. Not just because, a date on a calendar popped up.
Okay, so this integrated approach, it sounds like it brings much more to the table than just fixing scheduling conflicts. What does this mean for, overall operational control? Visibility for management? How does it close a loop?
Well, when you connect all these pieces, think about the bigger picture. These maintenance orders, they become fully trackable, auditable. Planners, managers, they gain complete visibility into what maintenance is coming up, what's in progress, just like they already have for production orders.
So you can see it all in one place.
Absolutely. You can pull up lists of released maintenance orders, see the scheduled start and end times, which work center is involved, even the specific task, or, crucially, the usage threshold that triggered the order.
Total transparency.
It really is. And this comprehensive visibility, it also extends to something really critical, accurate purchasing for your spare parts.
Wow, that's a big one.
Huge. When those maintenance orders specify the required components, filters, bearings, specific fluids, whatever it is, Business Central automatically sees this as demand, future demand. Then, the Enhanced Planning Worksheet, which is a really powerful planning tool inside BC.
Right, for MRP runs?
Exactly. It can be used to proactively plan for these maintenance part requirements, just like it plans for production components. This helps prevent those really frustrating last-minute part shortages that can just completely derail not only the maintenance, but the whole production schedule.
Because there's nothing worse than having a machine down, ready for maintenance, and realizing you're missing a $50 part.
Been there. It stops everything.
So it sounds like a very cohesive picture.
Yeah.
And the specific solution that pulls all these capabilities together, according to the material we looked at.
Yeah, our sources clearly point to the Maintenance Manager app from InsightWorks. It's built specifically for Business Central. It lives right inside it, and it's really designed to let users create those maintenance orders that behave precisely like production orders.
The ones we talked about earlier.
Exactly. This app handles the full integration piece, connecting to work centers, managing the routings, the spare parts management, the proactive planning, and it even seamlessly connects with those advanced scheduling tools like MXAPS if you're using them.
Okay, so it really does sound like it bridges that historic gap, that chasm between maintenance and production scheduling. Makes them actually work together, not constantly fight each other.
Absolutely. That's the goal, and based on this, the reality for companies using it. Maintenance tasks get triggered by real, actual operational data, not just dates on a calendar. Technicians get a clear view of their assigned work without needing manual updates or separate systems.
Planners can confidently schedule production because the system shows the true capacity, including maintenance downtime.
Right. And critically, managers finally get a firm grip on both downtime and maintenance costs. You can track it all. The shift is from being reactive, putting out fires, dealing with expensive fixes,
To being predictable, optimized, and having full visibility into your maintenance.
Exactly. It's achieved. It's genuinely a game changer for throughput and ultimately for profitability.
Wow, what an insightful deep dive. We've really unpacked how integrating maintenance right into the heart of Business Central's production scheduling, how it can genuinely transform what's often a disruptive necessity, turning it into a streamlined, predictable part of manufacturing operations.
And fundamentally moving beyond just reactive fixes to proactive data-driven strategies.
Yeah.
This raises an interesting question maybe for you listening to consider. Beyond just maintenance, what other maybe often overlooked operational necessities, things within your own systems or business processes, might benefit from being treated with that same kind of rigor, that same integration you apply to your core production activities? Where else might a shift in perspective, maybe combined with the right system configuration, unlock some significant new efficiencies and give you that truly valuable visibility?
That is something to chew on. Where else can we apply this treat it like production mindset? Well, we hope this deep dive into production scheduling and maintenance integration has given you some valuable aha moments and maybe a new perspective on keeping things running smoothly in your own operations.